What's up? It's Thursday. It's April 30th. It's 10:08 a.m. And we are now getting started with Breakfast with Bloomy. Let's bring on some co-hosts because I don't like to be alone. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. I hope my fan doesn't bother you. I'm going to have to mute myself.
Of course it will. And let's bring on a surprise guest. A Mr. Todd Bavone.
What? Hi, Christina.
It's Thursday, and Todd's here. Normally he's off.
It always gets me grooving when his music comes on.
Todd's normally off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But today he showed up. That's so nice.
Hi, Mike. It's good to see you. You know, I take off Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, and all of a sudden I take off every day of the week. I find that incredibly amazing how it just gets twisted. Really.
So, I'm an ass. You know this.
Yeah. Did you check SIEDC Live? A couple of good guests.
I did not actually today. I apologize. Who was on?
John Fazio from DeVille Auto Collision, and someone who you had on Midday with Moss, James Thompson.
Oh, I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
I should have watched. I got busy. I'm actually trying to do some work today. I haven't really, let's be honest, I really have some live shows and don't actually do anything all day, so that's the problem.
What are you eating?
Me?
Mike.
Oh. He's eating clementines. I'm eating Welch's fruit packs that I think have expired.
Already?
I know, right? They're kind of chewy, though.
I know. I did notice that sometimes they taste a little stale, but...
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes you get a good time.
I tried Instacart last night, so I really don't have to leave my house.
Really?
And I'm going to Costco today, and Super Fresh. And the Super Fresh was like, oh, we don't know when we'll be able to have it delivered. Sometime today or tomorrow. I ordered the thing last night, like 10:30 at night. I just got a notice they're delivering it right now.
That happened to my mom. She ordered through ShopRite, though. She did like the ShopRite home ordering, and she bought like $350 worth of stuff. And they told her they weren't going to charge her, but they did like put a hold on her card for the whole amount. And then they, I guess, went shopping through the store and can only charge her for $250 worth of stuff out of what she ordered. So then they charged her for another $250, and she was like, "Why did I just get charged $600 when I didn't even get anything delivered yet?" Like, right. And then the deliveries were like days late, so she was pretty ticked.
That's annoying. Yeah, well, this seems to be good. I've never used it, and as he's doing it, if there's items he can't get, it gives me a chat. Like it told me I replaced like the Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip with chocolate.
Cool.
You know, and you could select while you're building the cart items that if they don't have it, replace it with this.
They do that on DoorDash usually. If you buy certain foods and if they don't have, like, it'll give you an option, which is cool.
Right. Please lift bags from the bottom. Okay. So I'm actually going to drop out for 2 minutes. I gotta just help Nicole do a quick disinfecting, unless you'd like me to bring the phone and watch me disinfect packages.
Might as well, Mike.
Nah, it's not that fun. I'm gonna keep you guys up. I'm gonna put Moss's screen up. We can hear him in the background. I don't want to do that.
Can you mute him?
If I mute him, can he unmute himself?
Try muting me and let's see if I can unmute myself.
All right, hold on. Yes. Christina muted herself. Yeah.
Because it still says your host has muted your mic off.
But I hear you.
All right, it works.
So I'm going to mute him so he can mute himself.
All right.
And I will be back in like 5 minutes.
Bye.
You guys have the show, and Todd, I don't hear you at all. So
we'll hold down the fort.
Todd.
Oh, yeah, he's not talking. I'll hold down the fort.
Christina, just start telling stories. And stuff.
Background with the computer. It must sound great. Todd, just click out and click back in.
Hey, you got me now?
Now we have you. All right, I'll be back.
All right.
I don't know what the hell happened. Because you know why? Because I use
on this stupid thing.
I used a separate microphone upstairs, and I unplugged it, and freaking Mike had me download that mod thing, that voice mod where he sings.
Yeah.
And that messed up my entire computer.
Really?
So it thinks that that's the default microphone that I want to use is that program, but it's obviously not. So I think that's why it was on the default. So a lot of tech problems. Good morning, Moss. You able to talk, my friend, or not yet? It's all good if you can't.
Good morning, guys. I just got to send out a text. I'll be right back.
Sure, you got it, pal. So Christina,
my dog ate my headphones this morning. That's what I was talking to Mike about. I literally woke up 2 minutes to pee, walk out, headphones are in the middle of my living room with the earbud chewed on the floor, the other earbud chewed up. I mean, he's a 5-month-old puppy, and I don't know how he got them because I'm pretty sure they were like up on my dresser, but that's besides the fact.
Right.
But so now I'm like, everyone knows when it comes to this computer, the fan runs in the background all the time. So I have to use the headphones or else you guys are hearing the fan. So I have no other speaker right now except for the computer. So I hope it's not annoying. That's why I keep muting myself and trying to not be the talker. I don't know if you could even hear it, to be honest. I hear it on my
end. Hear it. I hear it faintly, very, very faintly. It's barely audible. So no worries there.
All right.
Yeah, no, you're good. But wow, the doggy ate the headphones. Are you concerned?
No, I'm not concerned. Every piece was there. He's just a puppy, and he chews everything. His thing is to just anything that he could possibly chew, he will chew. Like if I'll lean down to give him a kiss, and these don't, but if like my hoodie has a string, he's chewing the string. If I lean down to kiss, he's chewing the string. Like no matter what it is, he'll chew a sock, he'll chew anything. So another thing for him to get his mouth on, you know.
And we had the conversation already where I think all chew toys are a scam and whatnot. And you know, you brought up the obvious point of, well, you have to see what lasts and what doesn't. And you know, like the ropes and whatnot, like he would tear through those pretty much instantly the second that he got his paws and his nibbling and his little teethies on them, which I find amazing. The power of their jaws and just nibbling crap away. It's
I know, and the puppies are funny because my sister actually just got a puppy German Shepherd that's the same age as the Pekingese we got. They're both about 5 months old. So they want to play all day, but the size difference is so drastic that the German Shepherd is like stepping on my dog when they try and play, and he's covered in saliva. Like it's just a mess. But like my dog holds his own. It's not like he's getting attacked. It's just the dog is so much bigger that they just want to play. But my brother went to reach in one day to try and separate them, and the dog's just not knowing the power of their own mouth. My brother got his finger cut up. Like he got like a nice little bite mark in his finger. And I was like, that's what you get for sticking your finger in between two dogs like that. That you gotta like know how to separate two dogs, you know, like especially if they're puppies, you gotta realize how these dogs are. They're ferocious. They're animals, you know.
Do you bring your pup to the dog parks or before quarantine or whatnot? Like, were you bringing them to dog parks and stuff? Or
well, this dog not yet, the puppy, because we had just gotten him at the end of January, so he's too young to be going to dog parks already, and it was too cold to even take him. But another thing, he hates being in the car. He will throw up every time he goes in the car. So that's another thing that like, you know, my mom got the dog for herself mostly. Like he's a family dog, but she got him because we had another Pekingese that passed away the day before Thanksgiving. That was her like heart. You know, we had him for 15 years. He was like the most amazing dog. So she took that really hard, and she just wanted something to cheer her up. So she wanted a dog that, you know, my mom and my dad aren't together. She's technically single. So she wants a dog she could take out with her and just, you know, have as her pal. And every time she takes him in the car, bleh, bleh, he throws up. So I don't know if he's going to be much of like a dog parker, but we might have to walk him all the way there. But I mean, I'll take my Chihuahua up and down. I'll take him to Village Greens like every day, pretty much.
Which is nice, yeah. And then what was I going to say? I had another question about your puppy. Jesus. Food. What do you feed him?
So typically obviously when you first got the puppy, they give you like the bag of dry food, but they always suggest that to get the puppy's like calories up and his fat content up, and you know, you want him to start building muscle and stuff, you got to feed him. I always suggest like actually getting them the Fresh Pet, the healthy like log of fresh food where you could get at Target for like $15 for the log. And I'll chop up a piece of that and I'll mix it in with the dry food because it's that nice like wetness plus dryness, or if I don't have that, I'll always get the blue canned food as the wet option. And they like the chicken one the best. And I'll mix that with the dry food, and he loves it. Like, you know, it's a treat for him. Like, and he eats the whole plate. But he's gotten a little bit, what's the word? He's just getting a little bratty because as a puppy, when his teeth were falling out and stuff, I would like hand feed him like clumps of the food. And now he expects me to hand feed him his food all the time, or he doesn't eat. He'll go on a hunger strike.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm like, I want him to eat, and I'll sit there like an asshole and feeding him like clobs of food for 10 minutes just to make sure that he eats. But, you know, last night I wasn't feeding him the whole plate. I was like, fuck you. If you don't want to eat, I'm taking the food, then you're going to starve. So you got to learn, like, that's something with dogs, like, especially puppies, once they get a taste of like a chicken cutlet or whatever you're eating, a piece of macaroni or something, they know that that's so much better than what they're not going to eat. There's something else on the counter. Why would I eat this shit you're giving me? So
of course,
I've gotten to the point where like, and I've had other dogs, so I realize they all do it at some point. So you have to have very specific feeding times for your dog, you know, morning, afternoon, night, or however often you feed them. And if they don't eat that time, sorry, you pick up the plate and you move on with your day. And they're not eating anything for the rest of the day. You don't give them a treat. You don't give them anything until that next meal, because they need to learn that you are the giver of food. You are the dominant one. I answer to you. Like, you're not running the show here. You're just the dog, you know, like they have to learn that power difference.
Yes.
So that's what this puppy is about to really learn, because he thinks he's running shit, and he's great other than like the chewing thing and like wanting to eat everything. But
I totally feel you with just chewing everything. And I've told you that, you know, all the different chew toys that he just freaking plows through, and it's driving us freaking something awful. But it's funny you mentioned the bones last time, and there is a bone that he loves and he's been chewing on. So the bones are definitely a lot more long lasting, a lot more durable, and he gets a kick in it. And that's good for their teeth too. We also have the we have all the dental bulbs and shit like that.
Brush your dog's teeth?
We haven't yet. We know we should.
You should.
Yeah, we know we should. We've been meaning to do that.
My oldest dog, because we didn't brush his teeth like we should have, he's 14 now. He was a year younger than our oldest that just passed away. So they were like the tag team, you know? So like he's, I think, starting to, it's weird with dogs because like he knows that his brother is no longer here, but does he know that he's dead? Does he think he's next? You know, like it's weird because after this dog died, after his brother died, his personality changed like that. He went from the puppiest out of every dog on the house to like acting his age, like sleeping all day. And so we took him to the vet last Friday, and now I'm in for like an $1,800 dental surgery because he has to get his teeth removed. And it's like, at this age, what do? Do you get the teeth removed? Because otherwise he's an incredibly healthy dog, but it's so much money. What does he have, a year left in him, really? Like, you know, it's like, it's such like a toss of a coin. You love him. You don't want to see him hurting and struggling, but the doctor's like, I don't know if he is, you know, like it's correct. It sucks. You don't really know what to do. But so we have, I made sure with the new puppy, we're doing it right with him, you know, like no mistakes like we made with the other ones. Like so I got him a finger toothbrush. Oh. So you basically, it's not like a big aggressive thing. So it's basically the dog doesn't know the difference between you sticking your finger in his mouth. So they say to train it, start sticking your finger in your dog's mouth and get him used to that sensation, and then get the finger brush, start letting him chew on that, because as long as he's chewing on it, he's kind of cleaning his own teeth. And then you get the toothpaste, and it's like I have like a peanut butter mint flavored dog toothpaste. He loves it, and I dip a little water and I shove it in his mouth, and I do it like once a week right now. That's it, just to get him like, and he enjoys it. Like it's like, like a fun time for him. He likes chewing on the little rubber thing, and he's not hurting me. You know, I'm making sure he's not chewing my finger, and he's getting his teeth brushed. So you should definitely look into those. So
it just goes on the finger and attaches, and then
it doesn't even attach. It's literally like a piece of rubber that attaches to like it just shoves onto like right here, and has like little grooves as like a toothbrush would, you know, like little like toothbrushy parts. But it's all rubber, and then you know you progress him up as he gets older to like an actual doggy toothbrush, and you're good.
That's interesting. I'm actually going to mention that to my wife and see
Yeah,
if
should
we
start
can
him
do
young
that.
because before he gets too old, he's not gonna let you do it. He's gonna say,
Right.
"No, I'm good." Like get him used to it while he's a puppy, and you could still teach him new things, because you really can't
Correct.
teach an old dog new tricks. Once he's set in his ways, he's like
It's
an old Italian man. Like he's not changing.
oh, it's so true. No, definitely 100%. Now, Frisha, you're how Italian are you? You're Italian, right?
I'm part Italian. I'm like the muddest of every mutt.
You're the mutt, yeah. What are you then?
I haven't actually gotten a like hereditary rundown like from a company, but what I'm told, I'm Italian, Irish, German, Danish, Welsh, and Japanese.
Wow. So that's based off.
Apparently, my like great grandparents or my great great grandparents or something like that were the head gardeners for the Emperor of Japan. So apparently, they like with the Japanese gardens, they're like renowned. Like you're living in the royal palace if you're running those gardens. You're not like someone mowing your front lawn. Like that's like an artist. They're like taking care of, and they're like world renowned gardens. So apparently my ancestors were like in charge of those gardens at the emperor's palace and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So that's why I have the Japanese sleeve that I have with all the girl and the flowers and everything. And that's, I'm not gonna show it off.
Cool. Oh no, it's all good.
I got that because of my
and I feel like that's
I can't talk
heritage. That's why I think there's a big Japanese influence of garden and whatnot. Like I feel like at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, no?
I have all those cherry blossoms there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge display. I remember being there quite a few years ago. It was so gorgeous, and it was my first time there. It's like all these little crown jewels of New York City.
My first, because when I was like 17, 18, like I was dying to get into modeling. Like I was waiting to turn 18 so I could join Model Mayhem and have my first photo shoot without my mom having to be there. Like I was dying to be a model. So my first actual 18-year-old photo shoot, I will never forget. January in the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, freezing my ass off, wearing this little tiny, like very cute dress. And it was my first photo shoot. I was 18 and like, I still know the guy that was my photographer. He's like a couple years older than me. So it wasn't weird or creepy. I made sure he was like young and like, I was going to be comfortable. And I'll never forget. That was my photo shoot at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens.
Wow. Yeah, it's a great backdrop. I didn't realize how big it is too.
Yeah. I didn't either. I've never been there before that.
Well, so that shoot, how old were you for that shoot?
18. Right 18. Off. I just turned 18 in January. My birthday's January 1st, so I just turned 18.
Shit, you're January 1?
Yeah, I'm January 1.
Oh, wow, cool. That's like, is that awesome or is that not cool, actually, January 1?
It's cool, but it has its setbacks. I mean, no one ever wants to go out on my birthday.
Okay.
It's cool because you get a party every year, like leading into your birthday, which is whatever. But I gotta say, like the past 4 years, I didn't do shit. So
yeah, I understand. I mean,
it's a week after Christmas, so you definitely get gypped with presents. Like.
Well, that's true.
Whatever. I mean, I'm an adult now. I don't care about presents, but as a kid, it did suck.
That's true. That's right. Because you have Christmas right behind you. Yeah, that's right. And then
literally exactly 1 week. So like New Year's Eve is 1 week after New Year's Christmas Eve, and the same for the day. Right.
Where did you normally hang out when you went out? Like, what were the spots on Staten Island or in the city where you would go out?
On New Year's?
New Year's or in general? In general.
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm not really a partier. I'm not really like a club rat or anything like that. But when I was like in my teenage years, going to Dock Street was like the shit in Staten Island because I was like a rocker kid, so I was always going to where the bands were playing and stuff. So Cargo Cafe back in the day used to be a lot of fun. Talk of the Town in Great Kills, I've been to hundreds of times. Killmeyer's in by me. Times. Play, I try not to go to play, but sometimes that winds up being the spot you go to. Of
course, yeah, it's just one of the spots.
A lot though. I like playing pool, so I'll go to Unique a lot, or I'll go to the pool place in New Dorp. I've hustled a couple guys for money with pool a few times, which has been
really
fun. We expects I know how to play, so I'm always acting like, oh yeah, sure, I'll play $20, fine, and I wind up winning every time because I'm pretty good.
That's awesome.
We
just spoke to the owner of Unique for the Staten Island Advance, John D'Angelo, and I think he's just started selling liquor now at like wholesale prices, which is a big. So obviously he's closed, and his business is at Unique. Is the atmosphere? That's a place that's a gathering spot. Because they have the bocce, the billiards, the bar.
Yep.
They don't have food, right?
Well, they used to have the place next door that was given food, but you can always get food. No, they don't have food. You can always get food at the pizzeria down the block. Well,
so
in that shopping plaza.
So that's a local bar that like no business.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like when we spoke to him last week or a week and a half ago, it was, he had nothing going on, and he was a little nervous, as a lot of businesses are, right? But I saw him post something on Facebook that said we're selling liquor, and I was like, not just drinks. Like I know that they lifted the rule, whatever. Like you can deliver
like
drinks.
Bottles?
Yeah, so he's being able to sell bottles or cases, but at these wholesale discounts of beer and liquor and whatnot. So just a shout out to John D'Angelo from Unique Lounge, who has been going through it again, like a lot of people are. I totally get it. But now he's selling liquor. So, I think that's kind of cool, just trying to adapt. I mean, he's trying to figure out how to make a buck.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do in these times. Yeah. Find creative ways to get business for yourself,
Right. No, 100%. Damn it, I was supposed to go see Juicy Lucy today, but I think that's not happening.
I'm so sick of this fucking weather, man. Like, another day I woke up here in the rain, and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, it is brutal. Yesterday was
so depressing. I want to freaking jump off a bridge later.
When they forecasted 8 out of the next 10 days, and this was last week or a week and a half ago, are going to be rainy. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, it's just brutal. Like, so Mike brought up the point. It helps when it's not nice outside.
Yeah,
and you're staying in, and like it took me a second. I was like, no. I want to see at least sun, like something positive and bright. I'm still
gonna stay home, but I still want to see the sun outside, so I could go in my backyard with my dogs or something. You know, like feel you just need that vitamin D to like get that pep in your step and feel like a human being. Like this gray skies is not what we were created to do. Like
no, so that's, you're right. So twofold. We're created to be social. We want to go see people. And we want to see bright light. We want to see the sun. We want to vibe off that, that bright energy, that blue sky. And it's starting to get warmer because it's March and April and May. And then we're hit with a bout of 8 of 10 days being 50 degrees and cloudy. And it's just
like, it happens every year. Like you kind of like have to expect it, but it doesn't like hurt your feelings any less, like just because it's coming doesn't mean it doesn't suck. Like
correct. It's gonna go inside real quick. Just gonna take you with me.
I remember in 2017 when I was working in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and I used to have to commute to Brooklyn every day. That year during like, I want to say like April, May, or even that was like the longest winter ever, but that was another year where it rained so much. And I remember like that year just distinctly feeling like I feel this year, like, when is it going to end? It's like, it's almost the summer and it still feels like winter out here. We don't even get a spring anymore. It goes straight from winter to summer. Like,
correct. And that's a problem. And that's what, I was going to say, that's what happened. Yeah. What year was that again, Christina?
2017 to me.
2017. Yeah, that makes sense. But this year, listen, this is what I was talking about to my in-laws yesterday. But we had no snow in April.
This year, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. We got really, really lucky with.
We got really lucky with snow completely this year. I don't even remember it snowing like twice, maybe.
And to be fair, it was warm. This was a warm winter.
Yeah, considering what it was last year, it was brutal, like freezing.
Yeah. So I think, let me see if I can put my microphone back in. Yeah, it was brutal, I think, the past couple of years. So I think we did, not that we deserved, but it was just kind of nice to have a.
You deserve, damn it.
Yeah, right. That's my camera.
Some of us do anyway.
Right. What else, Christina? What else is going on?
Well, I don't know if I should announce this, but I'm gonna announce this because I wish I had a graphic that I could be like, it's a Frisha with breakfast with Frisha takeover, like Mike does to Moss every day.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I know.
He's not here. But Friday at 2 p.m., I'll do it even if Mike isn't going to attend because we got the graphic. If I could share my screen, I would. I don't think I can unless Mike does some stuff. But Friday at 2:00, we're going to do End the Week with the Geeks.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be basically like a 15-minute talk we're going to do on our Facebook page. Just going over any questions we've gotten throughout the week, popular questions, IT-related questions mostly. Because, hey, Mike, because this show isn't really too IT-related, but people still do have questions. So we want to be able to answer those and dedicate a little bit of time to it at the end of the week. So I am just telling you about End the Week with the Geeks.
End the Week with the Geeks.
Official. And are you going to have STK?
Oh, what's that?
Are you going to have STK during that?
I don't know what time it's going to be.
I don't think it's going to be here by then.
Okay.
So I got to say, no mas still?
No mas.
No mas.
So, I got to say, so I tried Instacart last night. Okay. So last night about 10:30, I built the Costco order, and then I joined Instacart membership, and then I built the Super Fresh order. The Costco I was able to schedule for like 2:00. The Super Fresh said they had no time slots, but they have like a thing select whenever we could get to it today or tomorrow. I was like, sure, whatever. They got here at 10:50. Like, what was that? 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, about.
They pretty much had everything. They were missing one ice cream that I don't think he refunded, but I'm not going to go back and forth, argue over $4. Whatever it is. I appreciate someone going and being, going out and getting this stuff. So make it easy.
He yearned ice cream in the car. I know it.
I knew it. He ate one of my Haagen-Dazs. I missed the fact. I yearn for the day when you could just bring food home and put it in away and not have to wipe everything down.
You may be forever at this point, Mike. You may be one of those that does this for the rest of their life.
No.
How do you? Yeah, Mike. No. You know what? We ask everyone this, and we say how everyone's going to change. Mike, how do you feel this is going to change you, and how long are you going to be a little bit more obsessive compulsive about things like cleaning things that come into your house? Obviously, I'm sure you wash your hands, the normal stuff, but are you going to change anything drastically?
For now, I will continue doing. Moss, you coming on or no?
No, I think he's going through mail.
You can bring me on. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, you're on. Okay. So how long would I do this for? I respect science. I respect numbers. So when I see New York is down to New York City having Wuhan numbers, which are right now, from what they tell you, 25 to 50 cases a day in all of New York City, at that point, I think your risks are minimized, right? And I think you get back to some sort of normalcy. So will I wipe every package that comes into my house? Probably not. Right? Because if you look at that numbers, 25 people in all of New York City, that's a 0.0001 chance, right, that you're going to come in contact with somebody. Of course, there's always that chance. And I think I will go back to complete normalcy as soon as a vaccine, right? Because I, again, trust science. So
I watched that documentary on Netflix you were talking about last night.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And isn't it? Go ahead, Todd.
Irregardless of your science and numbers, though, my question is, are you going to change any practice? Yes. So you answered one part of the question, but do you find yourself being more cautious or more is cleanliness going to be a little bit more commonplace? Are you going to think more just in the future, regardless of the status of the coronavirus specifically? Like, I understand the numbers are going to say, all right, we're not at risk because it's 0.001 or whatever, but just in general, because viruses in general are just out there, are you going to change practices? So
currently, previous to coronavirus, I would shower once every 3 to 4 days, and I would change my underwear every 7. So no,
that's in why they call them Bloomies. Hey.
So in terms of hygiene, I would like to think that I'm a fairly hygienic person. I wash my hands after I use the bathroom. I wash my hands throughout the day. However, I will say that I eat out a lot, right? And there are many of times where I would be at a job site and you go to a restaurant or a fast food and they don't really have a bathroom. And what would you do, right? You would eat. You try to wash as much as you can, but there's not always a place. So you would maybe eat a sandwich on the run in the car and not wash your hands, stuff like that. So will that change? Yes, I think I will always have hand sanitizer with me. and before I touch food or anything like that, sanitize. Try to be more conscious about touching your face, but as human beings, that's almost impossible. Like right now, at this very moment, my nose wants me to touch it. So I just washed my hands with antibacterial cell probably 3 times. I did twice upstairs after I did it, and then I had to carry some more stuff downstairs, put that stuff in, and re-wash my hands. So I know my hands are clean, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of want to wait like 25 minutes before I touch my face. And right now, right here, my nose is just so itchy because I can't touch it. Oh. the human body, like the brain wants you to just touch your face, right? And they say the human person, I've heard mixed numbers. On that documentary. I think they said like 200 to 300 times a day. And then I think they mentioned it was either that.
They said it was like 20 times an hour.
So 20 times an hour would be about 480 times a day. And then I've heard another place that said it was like 2,000 times a day. So
yeah, I've
somewhere
heard like that.
So
we touch 3 times every waking minute.
So that means we basically touch our face somewhere between 500 times and 2,000 times a day. Like, and you don't ever think about, right? Christina's constantly touching her hair. She's touching it, right? Yeah. We all do it. And so how could you become more conscious of that? And
when it became one of those things like wash your hands and don't touch your face, like the don't touch your face part was like something that I was like, I don't even think I think I'm out for this one. Like me not being able to touch my face the way that I do, just generally, like you don't even think about it. It's like an uncompulsive reaction, like.
Right, you don't even know. Most of us don't even realize we're touching our face. And
you don't even know.
But I'm a chick that gets itchy eyes and like my nose runs all the time. Like, what am I gonna do?
Right, and the problem is if you had touched a surface that had coronavirus, and now you go and touch your eye, that's an entry point for the virus, right? The virus needs an entry point into that respiratory system. So now they talk about your mouth, but then everything I read is when you swallow, it goes into your into your stomach, which it can't survive in your stomach acid. So I don't know if there's a difference from just putting your fingers in your mouth versus eating.
It's when it goes into your mouth and it's going into your bloodstream immediately through the inside of your mouth. That's open membrane that it just goes in your digestive tract to get processed.
She's a robot. Don't worry about it. Just let it go.
It goes in your mouth and you have that, inside your mouth, that's open blood cells. That's just able to be sucked right through.
Just go for it. Just go with it.
What?
Interesting. It sounds like you have the voice mod application that Mike has. You sound total robot right now.
You were like cutting it out. We could hear you, but it sounds like you're a robot. And there she goes. She's a robot. Leave and come back. So Christina's dog ate her headphones today.
Yeah, so we had a nice discussion actually. Talking about pets at first. I think we touched on food as normal.
Here we go. I have to touch my face again. It's the worst.
No, I'm with you. I'm always touching my nose. My nose is always perpetually itchy. Hey, how do we sound, Miss Robot?
I don't know, because it did this yesterday too.
Much better.
But it was when you guys were talking, you sounded like robots, and I didn't.
Yeah. So we got no comments. Anyone watching? Who's here with us? Comment. Say hi.
Yeah. What the hell?
Anything we want to talk about?
Everyone's depressed because of the rain.
Yeah. Yeah. We brought up.
It keeps people indoors. It keeps people inside though. Oh, Jesus! What happened?
We were supposed to set up some cameras today at a location, social distance. We were gonna have to build a little set today. Can't do it today. Good thing we can't do it because Mike G has a flat.
Oh, that sucks.
Hello, David.
That's just annoying. Hello, David Consiglio. David, what kind of Italian that sounds derogatory and mean. What kind of Italian are you? But what type of Italian background are you? Just out of sheer curiosity and making conversation. What else, Mike?
Hold on, I'm pulling something up for us.
Hey, was it just you and Christina for midday yesterday?
No, we had Jimmy Thompson and
was Moss on?
Yeah, Moss was on.
Okay.
He doesn't take off like you.
I tuned in a couple times, and I only saw the two of you.
Okay. So hold on. So
David
last
gave me
night I cooked dinner.
I got you, David.
I got you. I cooked dinner last night.
Hell of a face. That's a faccia brute.
I made chicken parmesan, cavatelli, toasted some bread. Now the best is my friend commented a picture back to that hit it nail on the head.
What was it? That is perfect.
I was like, I saw that. I was like, that's great. Hey, Tom, we have to talk. We've been playing phone tag for like 3 days now.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom's right there. You see Tom?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, we got to talk too, pal. We can't hear you right now because Moss is muted, but you are definitely not 6 feet away. You're supposed to put the mask on, Tom. Come on, baby.
Poke him right in the eye.
That's what she said.
Imagine it gets stuck in the eye and then he's bleeding.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
Oh, are we getting a live view of the flat? Hold on.
What flat?
We might be getting a live view of the flat.
Oh,
Where's your flat tire? We want to see it.
The flat tire's on the car, so when I walk back, we'll take a look.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Moss, behind you! Behind you!
Tom DeVito, how are you, man? What's going on?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
You guys want me to step out and let Tom sit down and do a guest interview?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's
do it. Tom, come on in.
Wait. Can't Tom go on his computer in his office and do his own guest interview with us?
I bet it's not there.
Yeah,
I bet it's not there.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'll send them a link.
It is. All right, yeah. Oh, nice. I was going to ask.
Like he has an office there with the computer.
I don't know if he brought his computer home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of us, like, I know.
Doesn't he have a Mac?
Right, but is it like portable? Like, is it a laptop? Okay, it's a desktop. Okay.
And he's not working.
I miss having a desktop, man.
I love a desktop.
I miss it.
I miss the office computer so much.
Hey, Mike, could we price out a basic, a good desktop that I can run Adobe Premiere, have some big video files and whatnot? Could we price one out online?
We absolutely, but I had a client yesterday who texted me that they want a laptop, and they sent me one they found on Amazon for like $300, and they're like, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "All right, can you make a recommendation for one at the same price point?" I said, "No." Unfortunately, no. There's a reason that computer is $300, and can't really do it. You know, and that's so I could absolutely. I'll give you some options for you though. There's some great Dell options. However, I had sent what was the guy, John, that worked for you at one point?
Yes.
There's a great company called Pugent Systems that make awesome like VFX computers and stuff for like graphic designers. I'll take you off, Christine, for a second. I'll send it because sometimes their pricing is actually a little better than Dell. And it's
nice.
Here, I'll look. I'll send you options, Todd.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So what are you looking to do? Video though, right?
I want to be able, definitely
4K
video
or
editing.
1080.
Ability to.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We edit in 1080 because we take out 4K and 8K footage and we make 1080 proxies on them. It's a fucking pain in the ass, and it's an extra step in the workflow. I'd rather just be able to drop at least the 4K. The 8K, we don't need to edit on 8K, but at least the 4K files.
Right. The problem is once you get the 4K, you're talking RAM, storage, processing power. You in order to do like After Effects and Premiere, you want to have like a Quadro card.
Or higher.
Quadro. You don't even want you don't want the gaming cards. You want the Quadros, and they're more expensive.
Right.
You want the tight, like $3,000 for the graphics card.
For the card itself, no, we will. We've opened this dialogue before. We started it before all this happened.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll talk offline.
Yeah, talk because at 2 screens and all that stuff, I definitely need 2 screens. I was looking into. I'm an Instagram ad like moron. Oh, God bless this screen. Look at this. Our show just hit. 1 million. Well, I don't even know how many viewers because Tom DeVito's on the screen.
We're at 8 million.
Wait. So Todd, are you looking for a desktop for your house?
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, that's okay. So yeah. Mike, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to have that crazy of a graphics card. You know what I mean? He can.
Yeah, I'll look through. I'll give you some options.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Hey,
Tommy?
For the
Tom.
audience, we wanna build a sick rig.
Right. What's up, Tommy? How are you, bud?
Sick rig.
Sick
You
rig.
guys building? You mining Bitcoin?
We're mining
What?
Bitcoins. Do people still do that?
My
People
friends
do.
do. My friends, I have a couple friends who are deeply invested in that all that cryptocurrency, and they can school us.
Most miners just send you phishing emails and install miners right on your computer without you knowing and use your processing power.
It's a much better
Is that
way.
true?
That's a real thing. Yeah. Oh, they send out like part of phishing campaigns is to install invisible miners on people's computers. So you think you're downloading a Word doc or anything, and you actually download a tool that steals your processing power for mining.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really Tom's like really cool. He's like, yeah, I send those out all the day.
All day, every day.
So I'm
What
really glad to have you on the show, Todd.
Yeah, Tom. Tom, I was going to
I'm
ask you to come on late night, but I wasn't sure if you can do a 10
He
p.m.
can't do
time
it,
slot.
He's asleep.
Yeah, sure. I've been
Tom,
Yeah.
Hold on.
playing Warzone till midnight.
Oh wow. All right. Well, then
Oh,
you
nice.
can hop on our program a little bit.
So Tom, I really I need your approval to buy it.
We're gonna do. Today I got the battle game Thanos. If you want to pull that up, we're gonna do an unboxing.
Did you? I'll look in a second. I want
Wait,
the.
how did you?
I don't even know
Wait,
what
they
that
shipped
means,
that to
but
you?
I want to see it.
Mine didn't get shipped yet. They said they weren't shipping. Where'd you get it from? Tom,
Sideshow. he got
Sideshow.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
his
really
statue.
want this, Tom. Have you seen this one?
Oh, I haven't.
I'm a big fan of the statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like the figures more, but I like both. But I really love the statues.
Yeah.
This one is like it's awesome, and I love how they give you the broken shield.
Oh, that's
pieces
sick.
to place on the floor if
Yeah.
you get the broken shield.
They did it.
They did it right.
Yeah, the Disney. What's
The expo. The
Disney
D20,
Expo D23, right? They
It's the wrong shield.
They did a Captain America. They did one of these, the same. This character, an exclusive for D23.
Dave says, "Shake my head." $800.
Thousands.
Moss
They
is
put the
gone.
shield
Moss
on
is
that.
like they're talking sideshow. I'm out. All right, you guys need to show all the comic books and pop culture. We surely do. So what'd you get? The battle damage, the Thanos.
That came today.
Which one? The Endgame or Infinity War? one?
Endgame. That one.
This one, right?
No.
Yes. Yeah,
I hope
Endgame.
it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Endgame.
This guy in.
What the fuck?
You know, I haven't watched the Marvel movie in a couple days.
Really? How is it? How is this one? Is it nice?
I didn't open it yet. I just.
Oh, you didn't
open it?
As I was leaving the house.
Can I buy it from you?
No. It's gonna be good.
That is nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the sideshow, the hot toys are awesome. All the sideshow stuff.
Yeah,
What happened to McFarlane figures? I thought they were the best ones.
Yeah, so I just want to let you all know. Let's live on Breakfast with Bloomy. My freaking sick obsession with sideshow is all thanks to Tom. Tom, I referred him a website client, and Tom's like, I got you a little gift. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And he gives me the 1/6 hot toy of Neo. And that started the obsession. So I went from Pops, which are $10, to Hot Toys, which are about $300 to $400. And then I started going on the website. I'm like, they have statues. And yeah, so thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
That Captain America statue is killer. I haven't seen that.
Oh, I really want that one. And it ships in 1 to 2 days. The thing that kills it for me is like $50 shipping. So I keep going on their live chat. They're doing Sideshow Live. And I keep saying, please give me free shipping on the Captain. Like I'm waiting for a promo code for free shipping. And once I get a promo code for free shipping, that's when I will get it. But yeah, so
Unleash the Hounds.
yeah, like look. So the first one you gave me was Neo, and now I can take pictures of everything. But yeah, they're sick. And then the statues is really what I like. Hold on, I ordered that one the other day on eBay.
Did you get a discount on eBay?
No, they go because you can't get it on Sideshow anymore. They go up in value.
Right.
So these are like they truly are like art.
I mean, to me, it's an investment, right? So most of them will hold their value, if not go up. So to me, it's that's another way to kind of justify it.
Absolutely, like new. I think this was like $850. They were going for $2,000 everywhere. I actually found the buyer for $11, so I jumped on it, and it was perfect condition. There was one little tiny thing he sent me a picture of that you wouldn't even notice. Like looking at it, I had to look to find it. And then let's see. I took pictures of my office the other day when I had to go there to get stuff. And then but I love the statues, like the statue. But the problem is they take so much room.
Right.
Right, they don't fit in the D-tops. The 1.6 fit perfectly into the D-tops. That thank you, Tom, for that one to figure out to do that. And let's see. I got Spider-Man statues. Venom.
Did you get the Venom, Spider-Man, and Carnage that attached to each other?
No, they was by the time I saw it was sold out. So that's one I'll probably have to look for later.
Tom, your son's big into this stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, any toys. Like I give them the we buy a lot of the Legends, the 6-inch ones that are like $20, and then I'll let them they play with those.
So Dave goes, you spend $800 on a statue, it's $50 at that point. What's $50 at that point is it's shipping. Like I want free shipping. So like I take advantage when they do specials. Like if they give free shipping this and they charge tax, which is even worse.
Right. Yeah, I know. That was last year.
Right. So there is a comic store that I love that, again, thanks to freaking Tom. Tom's the cause of all my problems in my life. And the first time I went to the comic store, let me show you what I bought. Hold on.
That's a big one.
It's a big one. Tom's fault again.
Man, Tom.
So I'm in this comic store, which he sent me to. I love it. Comic Fortress. It's in Somerville, New Jersey. I go to this comic store, and they have, when you first walk in the door, a Doctor Who booth. And inside the Doctor Who booth was Spider-Man. And I'm joking around. I'm like, oh, that's great. Is the Spider-Man for sale? And the guy's like, the worker's like, nah, that's the owner's, no way. And I hear from the back, the owner, he was like, stop.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale. Yeah, I love that one.
And I go, really? He's like, yeah, I've actually been thinking about getting it. He's like, what's it worth to you? So now I'm like negotiating with him because like the whole thing is like Sideshow makes life-size figures and they are sick. But like the life-size Boba Fett is $8,000. If I spent $8,000 on a life-size figure, Nicole would life-size punch me in the face. So I can't do it. So
I'm like, as your employee, I would punch you in the face.
So I say to the guy, I'm like, $1,250. He's like, okay. So I was like, that's cool. Me and Jimmy had to go pick this life-size figure up in his pickup truck. The thing looked like there was a dead body in the back, sticking with his arm up on the highway. I don't know how we can get pulled over. And the thing is not really like a Sideshow is made like it's not like hollow, though they're made like figures. You could pose them and everything. Like this is like, I guess, plaster or whatever. So now every bump, I'm worrying if the thing's breaking in half. Like we pulled over like 5 times. But it's all Tom's fault.
I'm not gonna lie, I've hit my head on the arms of that thing probably like 10 times while like unplugging my ring light, and I just the arms get me every time. I don't know why I can never like remember they're there, but every time.
Let's try not to break it.
I try not to break it, believe me. It's just so big. It's so big. It's impossible to get around.
Comic Book Jones closed down, right?
I don't know if they did.
I was gonna mention that Forbidden Planet in the cities has like a GoFundMe. Because they're
really.
Oh,
so why would you fund like I don't know? Would you fund like
throw $50, $100?
Are they giving you anything for it? Are they sending you like some old comics? Are they doing anything?
I mean, the chances of them closing are probably pretty good.
No, I don't think I've ever been there.
About it. They're good stuff.
Now you read comics as well, right?
What?
You read comics as well?
I have the last comic I read was they did a Darth Vader series, which kind of like filled in some pieces of his story. But I don't, I'm not like going to the comic book store every day. If it's something that
So you're not going subscriptions and getting comics every week. You're more like me into the collectibles, the toys, the movies. Like, I love the movies, and then like I have good friends who know like everything of history. Like, we'll leave the movie, he'll be like, "Oh my god, boom, this is that storyline," and you're kind of like that, Graz. You know, like the storylines, and I'm more like I don't remember it all. I don't know the history. I'm more into the movies, watching, and I'll watch YouTube stuff on it after the fact and everything. But like my friend Jeff, he knows like every storyline and how they're gonna come together.
Outside. Oh my god, it's pouring.
That's why I don't watch trailers, because it gives away the movie. I'm able to realize, oh, they're doing that and they're gonna do that, and I can pretty much call out. I mean, before Infinity War, I called that Cap's ending was gonna be he was gonna go back in the past, because it was a way to bring in old man Cap. And I called at the end of Infinity War, like walking out of the theater, I was like, okay, so Tony Stark is gonna snap everybody back and and
spoiler alert.
That was.
Well, yeah, if you haven't seen it by this point, there's no spoilers. What do you say? 8 months later.
No, I'm out on that one.
Tom, you write me a check?
Yeah.
Great. Make it for $800 so I can order that Captain America. Thank you. So
I still want to get that Superman statue, the call to action. Now you got me looking at the statues. Yeah,
but see, I'm not. So Tom, you're like me. You're more. You're more Marvel than DC, right?
Yeah, I don't like DC at all.
I like DC. Like I'm a fan of DC, but I'm not like collectibles. I'm definitely Marvel. I miss my Marvel cards. Remember growing up, the cards. I miss them. I used to have all the series and books and binders with them in order.
Yeah. I'm a very loyal brand or label whore.
Okay.
So there's a few brands or very loyal to, Marvel being one, Disney, Nintendo. These things that you kind of grew up on. That I don't know. It can't be one or the other for me. It's got to be like
it's all or nothing. So, but do you like? So, did you see Shazam though? Like, did you see that movie?
Some of the movies are entertaining. Like, I watched the new Harley Quinn. That was pretty cool.
I didn't see it yet. Is it good?
That was all right.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was all right.
Shazam, I thought was a great movie.
Shazam was good. Shazam was solid.
It was fun.
Was good from beginning. Yeah.
The kid that played it, the guy, they were both funny. They great cast. Casting was excellent. The villain was good. I liked it. I thought it was the guy from Kingsman. What's his name?
Is Kingsman a DC thing?
No, Kingsman is that movie. You never saw Kingsman? That's a fun movie. The Secret Service. That is a great. If you never saw that movie, it's called Kingsman: The Secret Service, and the second one is Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
I saw the
third one might come out.
You would think those movies are terrible. Like if you watch the trailer, they are solid, like awesome movies to watch.
Yes.
Mike,
how old is your kid though?
3 and 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it with them.
Yeah.
It looks like a kid movie, right? And then you watch it and you quickly realize it's not.
And Mark Strong was the villain.
Wow.
He was in Shazam, Kingsman, Zero Dark 30, Captain. He was in 1917. I bought that movie. I haven't watched that yet. I hear that's a very good movie.
1917. Yeah. There's
I heard that was really good.
A site I've been watching it. Onion Play or Onion
Play. Checking this out. Watch Vegas HD movie. Oh,
it's
so
like a Fire Stick type of thing.
Well, we don't advertise illegal stuff on.
We don't advertise that.
I pay for everything because I want everything non-compressed. I want true Dolby.
Nice. I mean, for like quick and dirty thing, it's like.
Did you say quick and dirty?
My little guy's been really into Jurassic Park lately, so they have all 3 on there.
Oh, nice.
So,
which one? The new ones or the original ones?
He watched the original ones. He likes the one in the middle.
Lost World?
Yeah, I think Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Yeah.
So he likes the one in the middle, the new one in the middle, or the original one in the middle?
The original trilogy.
Like the Lost World is when the T-Rex ends up in L.A.
No.
Remember, right? Then he ends up back in California in the girls' pool.
That sounds ridiculous.
So he likes
They ended up on a ship. They knew everything was done. And the pterodactyls were in the United States too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because they went on the ship. The ship docked. They thought everything was gone, and a T-Rex came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty ridiculous.
That's how they ended the last one.
This is the one.
This one with Chris Pine. I saw the first one he did, not the second one.
Yeah, with the quill.
Yeah, with Chris Pine or whatever. Chris Pratt, right?
Chris Pratt. All right, I like that one. I thought that was good.
I like the fact that Chris Pratt was heavy, and now he's like a 6-pack. And right when he was in Parks and Recreation, he was pretty heavy. And they said he went to go play Quill, and they kind of laughed at him. And then he did all the weight and everything for it.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, he originally tried out for Captain America, and James Gunn. Yeah, and James Gunn, saw him and liked him, and called him up and said, "Could you drop some weight and bulk up for this part?" And he was all about it.
If I was getting paid to drop weight and bulk up, I would do it.
Sure. Of course. Well, they have trainers, Mike. They have trainers. They have cooks for them.
They get paid to work out. If they get told for a movie, you need to bulk up. They basically they work to lose weight. Someone's paying them, feeding them.
Plus, let's be honest, they have access to the best steroids in the world. So,
well,
that too.
That's how you get to those levels. Like
these.
So if I took steroids, I would get. Do you just get massive, or do I have to work out?
No, you have to work out.
Still work out, but I mean, it's that much quicker and that much better.
If I put that belt on,
that much bigger.
If I put that belt on my body and just sit at the computer all day while I lose weight,
yeah,
the one that uses the electricity.
Yeah,
no.
Right. You ever see that Robin Williams thing?
Will Moss let me bring what are those shake weights? If I bring those on midday with Moss, will he allow me to
do it?
I don't have
the best.
Yeah, I'll use it. Yeah, right. I'll just be on go all day.
Season of Hard Knocks. One season of Hard Knocks on HBO with the Jets. One season of Hard Knocks. It's a training camp show
NFL show
on HBO every year. Yeah, they had it with the Jets, and someone shipped them an entire box of shake weights, and it was just a whole segment of the whole team playing with them in slow motion. It was funny and disturbing at the same time.
So Tom Bass, I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead. You collect sneakers as well, Tom, right?
Dabble.
Green shake weights.
I used to not as much. I actually just took pictures of some of my sneakers in the basement yesterday.
Sneakers are more expensive probably than the Hot Toys, right?
If you get them at retail, no, but they can be worth a lot more.
Well, why? Who spends money on sneakers? I don't get, but I guess
I think it's dumb.
And people think who would spend money on statues and Hot Toys, so I get it, right?
Exactly right.
At least with the statue, right? All right, hold on. Give me a second.
I've had sneakers that I sold for $8,000, by the way.
Are you kidding me? 8,000?
Wow.
What?
You know the
kind of sneakers
Back to the Future, the Back to the Future sneakers.
Those are the sneakers I would pay $8,000.
You had them? You would have given them to me for free, right?
What?
Yeah.
You would have given them to me for free, or they just were on box?
Exactly.
Hey, it's supposed to rain a lot here today, guys, huh? A lot of rain, a lot of wind.
Yeah, I was just caught in a downpour.
So at least with toys, right? You have something physically to hold. This was the original cardboard crack. And the problem with the cardboard crack is they're so fun, but is this the right thing?
Cardboard crack?
That's what I call it, yeah, cardboard crack. Because it's addictive. Like these were the Star Wars TCG I used to play. So this is it's like Magic
Gathering.
Right. So you got Obi-Wan, I got Princess Leia, Like this was my deck. I have my deck still. When I was junior high, this is what I used to play in like high school. Then I went out and bought these about 3 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna start playing again. I went and
All
bought
the ones that you missed out on.
and everything. I had no one to play with. So if you guys want to start playing Magic, Star Wars TCG, we can start playing. But like this shit's expensive. You buy a box of cards for $200 and you have cards, right? You buy a figure. You have a figure that you could display. I can't display cards, right?
Well, it's the same thing like the Marvel cards. If you want to put them in like a binder and kind of present them cool.
Well, the Marvel cards you could present because they were meant to be presented.
The same thing with the Magic card. You know?
Nicole is look at Nicole's comment.
Let's see.
Sounds like you hung with the cool crew.
You know where I used to be every Friday night? Alternate Realm. Do you remember Alternate Realm on Richmond Avenue?
In the back room playing the nerd card games.
I was playing Star Wars. Absolutely. Who was Alternate Realm?
All that. Let's tie it back to business. All that nerddom is what's paying for the mortgage. So you should be appreciative.
Right.
That's right. I won a couple
Nerddom.
and got my funding to start Techie Week. Yeah.
Can you patent that? Nerddom?
I think that's already.
I think that is
So Nicole,
it's
so
already
Nicole
shown.
made fun of me though if she's still watching because 3 years ago when I bought the cards again, I went to a tournament out in Long Island for a whole Sunday. And Nicole was like, You're serious? You're leaving me on a Sunday to go play cards with a bunch of people? I was like, it's a tournament. It's the closest one. I drove like an hour and a half, went to Long Island. I was there like all day, came home, and I was like, oh, they're having another tournament next week. Should I go? She's like, if you want to get divorced and you want to really disappear every weekend, that might make sense.
How did you do?
I was like, I guess I'm not going.
How did you do?
In the tournament, I did okay. Like for my first time playing in like 15 years, I think I was in like third place out of like 12.
Nice.
But like when I used to actually play, I used to always win the tournaments. But the only guy I would not win against, there was this one guy when I was a kid. He was like 30 something years old. So of course,
little kids' money.
Playing with the little kids, right? But he was like third. But when I went to play Star Wars, it was all older people, right? Kids weren't into that game, and that's an older game. But he used to like if you would beat him, he would get so mad and go buy a box of cards. So he would get like cards that he could build his deck more powerful. So like
the card store guy loved him.
Yeah. Oh, they loved him like that because we would talk to the owner. I don't remember what the owner's name of Alternate Realm. And we would be like, as kids, we'd be like, why do you let this guy in? Because he cursed us out. Like if he would lose, he was like a sore loser. He's like, because every time he loses, he buys a box. He's like, you kids can't afford the box.
You have buy a pack if you're lucky.
Right. You have to work for like a month to be able to buy a box. He has a real job, comes in and he loses and buys a box. I was like, I guess it makes sense. But he would yell at him all the time and be like, could you not fight with the kids? I think at one point my mom came in and told him off.
I had to curse out a Mexican kid that was cursing at Thomas on Fortnite yesterday.
Are you on Facebook? Is that the thing that hooks up to the laptop? Yeah, you're talking to me, so apparently you get that sponsored ad because I get that all the time.
So my question is, I was saying this earlier. We didn't finish this.
Two monitors that fold out from your laptop and plug into USB.
I'm a sucker for Instagram ads and Facebook ads, and I'll buy anything. Does something like that? Is that legit? Does that work? Is that cool? Is that
it probably
possible,
works.
Mike?
I don't know how good it holds on and like how heavy it is, but if you send it to me, it's definitely
tablets or little monitors.
They're little monitors. They're like 13-inch monitors.
I'll send it to you guys.
They mount to the back of your laptop and they slide out like one from this side, one that, and give you a 3-monitor display. They actually have a version like this, gives you a dual monitor, like there's different ones. So they're kind of cool if you're on the run, but nothing beats your desktop. You know, if you're home stationary, the desktop's the way to go. A laptop is not really truly meant to be a desktop replacement.
I have my MacBook. At home it kind of sucks, but here, like I plug it into, I have like a 30-inch monitor, so I plug it in HDMI, and it's the same. It's the best of both worlds.
Well, the problem with the laptop is you have to spend that much more to get a comparable laptop compared to a desktop.
Well, I'm buying Macs anyway. I'm not.
Right. Yeah, so it's the free yourself. How much is this thing? Let's see. 400 for a 3-screen. So basically,
And it comes with the screens.
It's not it doesn't come with the laptop. It comes with the screens, right? It kind of mounts onto your monitor and gives you the ability to slide these displays out that connect through USB. So, I guess this one might be designed for compatible with everything. Can output video to from any of the videos that output universal fixed requires laptop with 2 video outputs. Oh, so these ones want you to have HDMI. They don't give you some of them would have like a USB display. So you would have to then also get on, you would need like a USB 3 to, well, it depends how many outputs. Most laptops, right, will have one HDMI or a display port out, and then you would need another one. So you would need to get like something like a USB 3 to display port, like a replicator, or there's different dongles you would need, to get another port.
For me, I just have a HDMI to
mini. You have a laptop. You have a Mac, right? So it's usually like mini display.
Yeah, mini display.
Right. You would need a mini display to HDMI adapter.
We really geeked out this show.
Did we?
Yep.
I like geeking.
Yeah, you guys lost me like a half hour ago. I'm just staying on. Be nice.
You're not
Sorry, my fault. It's all my fault.
Yeah,
Tom, I thought we were going to have like
the
a
show.
full discussion with Tom DeVito, and all of a sudden we went to action figure world. I mean, hey, it's cool. I dig it, but we took a turn.
All right. I'm icing my ankle as we sit here. I have nothing else to do.
What happened to your ankle?
I hopped out of bed during
Nice help.
the live yesterday, and there was someone at my door. And when I hopped out of my bed, I just like rolled my ankle pretty bad. So,
Ouch. Nice, Tom. What is that? That looks old school.
These are 6-inch.
Those are the old ones, the episode ones. Yeah.
These are Comic-Con exclusives. So they made it look like the older. These are new, like
new?
a year or so, but they did the old packaging.
That's pretty cool.
And the Darth Maul to now.
Those are cool. Anyway, so is that something? If I got, would that work?
It would work. You'd have to try it.
When is everybody going back to work?
Well, when it's safe. That all depends on when it's safe.
It's up to you.
It's up to, right. It's up to the government when I'm not rushing my staff back into the office. So
what is the Gotham Trinity?
I mean, we were doing a lot of work remotely and producing shows and whatnot, and we could do videos for people now, but going on site, on location,
I see.
Not sure how that's going to work, but this whole new Facebook live stream, producing shows, the SIEDC, we're doing testimonials for people via this way for some clients, and you could do basic video through these means, through StreamYard and through other platforms, and at least get something out there. So. But yeah, we're looking at doing graduations this way, virtual stuff, and trying to keep ourselves relevant. So, but in-person productions,
we need to talk
who
about
knows? We do.
We got to do. We have to put together an email to clients to do testimonials. We want to do a virtual testimonial.
I think that's awesome, and I can tee them up with questions, or they can just go.
Very cool.
All right, we want to end this.
1 hour and 10. Tom, any closing words?
Closing words. I mean, I hope everybody is ready to go back to work. I think it's time. I don't care what the government thinks. I think if it were up to them, we'd probably be another month.
I'm surprised though, because you could do everything remote. So
I know, but I mean, for me, I can do it, right? But I think as a herd, as a people, we have to decide that it's time to come. Like we all,
we know where
the government pushed it, but as a people, we decided that the virus was as bad or not as bad, as bad as they say it is.
Right. It's bad. It killed.
No, I agree. But then you look at like Sweden and other,
and their stats are going up. They're not doing well. Their cases and deaths.
I saw an article yesterday that said that they were fine.
No, I just
it doesn't matter what's going on in Sweden. You don't live in Sweden. You live in New York.
I know, but
so it's irrelevant. It's like comparing the food in Africa right now to what you have in your kitchen. Like it's irrelevant.
Yeah, so they're the only ones that are doing it, and I just read an article yesterday that they're not doing well. They're basically starting.
You don't even know what the right outlets to read on.
Well, that's why you got to watch lots of. Wait, you can't watch this one. Okay, here, wait. They don't have a lot in terms. They have a small population, but hold on. Their numbers are going up. Look at you can see it's trending curve up.
Yeah.
And they say that the way they're doing it. If we were to herd immunity in the United States, they said that nearly between between 2 and 4 million. Christina, they said on that show.
Something like that, I think. Yeah, it was pretty. Pretty exaggerated.
The Cuomo testing thing said that 1 in 5 people in New York had it.
Well, okay, so that was with the antibody test of thing, but now they're coming out and saying that those antibody tests were flawed, and they have a 15% chance of giving you a false positive. So that's the problem because the government allowed everyone without FDA approval to do antibody tests to run them out there without going through the proper testing to see if they're accurate, and now they're saying those antibody tests. Georgia is the test state, right? Let's see. Another week and a half from now, let's see how Georgia's doing.
I read an article kind of about the 1918, the Spanish flu.
Yep.
And what had happened there was each state did something different, right? So and they used it as like a going back through history and looking for comparative situations that we can use for the situation. And it was like 3 states. It was like St. Louis, Colorado, and something else. And they went back to work. They sent everybody back to work sooner, and they spiked again. And what they asked everybody to stay home again, and everybody was like, "No, we're done with it." And just kind of carried on. And I was talking to my wife, and I said that that's why they got to go longer than they would like to, because if we let people out and then ask them to go home again, that's never going to happen.
Right.
And I read that article, and my thoughts were confirmed. So.
Well, we'll see. Georgia's a great test state. We'll see how they do in a week from now. If they're going up or if it keeps going, looking at their numbers now, they're not seeing a decrease. It's kind of back up and down, up and down, up and down. They also don't test as much as us, so you gotta look at that.
It's a lot less dense, right? New York is the 5th most densely populated city in the world.
Yeah.
I'm banned for epidemiologist, peer-reviewed.
All right, we're ending the show, Tom.
Yeah, Tom, let's talk.
Let's do it. Thank you, guys.
God bless you.
Thank you. See you, Tom.
Ciao.
Everyone, join us 3:00 for Midday with Moss. We will see you all later.